Hi guys, it's Catherine Andrews from Los Angeles Pacific University doing our second practice speech for our communications class. Today I'm going to be talking about something I'm very passionate about, something I have a lot of experience with, and as a martial artist for over 12 years, I am super stoked to share this weird piece of history with you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about bow staffs and their humble beginnings. So first of all, what is a bow staff? A bow staff is, depending on the style of martial arts or depending on the type, such as kung fu versus jiu-jitsu versus karate, the list goes on and on and on. But depending on what type of martial arts you're doing, a bow staff is still just a long-ranged weapon used to fight off bad guys, used for tons of different forms, mainly either wood or some type of bamboo. Just to give you guys a quick history lesson on what all was happening during the time that bow staffs actually got their origin, is from the 12th century all the way through until the 1800s, samurai or well-paid soldiers were able to roam free under whoever's jurisdiction was paying them the highest. These samurais did anything in order to make sure that their clients were safe. A lot of times they would be hired by mob bosses or by yakuza or things with people who were ready to do anything it took in order to get what they wanted. So because of this, there were many times where farmers or peasants would live on land which were surrounded by samurai. So in order to help the samurai make sure that they got what they wanted, they would take all of the weapons away from the peasants, away from the farmers, so that way they would have no ability to fight back against them. So when we're also looking at where they originally started, originally farmers were only left with the bare minimum. That means that they would have enough to actually feed their families, to actually keep up with whatever demand was needing from the marketplace and things like that. So originally the bow staff was called a yoke, and it was just one large rod which the Japanese farmers would put over their shoulders to hold large buckets of rice or water or whatever it is that they were needing to bring back to their family. Once the samurai actually did take away all of their weapons, the farmers decided to adapt. They found that if holding these large yokes and they were removed from those large weights on top of them, they had a very long stick to be able to fight off the samurai in any way that they could, or to be able to at least try to protect their family. This is something which was clever, creative, and unheard of at the time. So eventually the people started trading things. They started seeing how other people would fight with their bow staffs or with their yokes in some regions, and they would travel their techniques all throughout Japan until it continued to spread and spread and spread until everyone was able to use these kinds of techniques to either fight off samurai or to simply practice to have good martial arts skills. Today, we use bow staffs in many different uses than they did during those times in Japan. Obviously now we don't have many samurai running around trying to pillage our village, so we use bow staffs in a lot of times to do things called kata or forms, which are choreographed fight scenes meant to show off how a bow staff can be used against multiple attackers and to really show the beauty of the art form when using weapons such as a bow staff. We also see in a lot of pop culture or a lot of hit TV shows, popular movies, they use things like the bow staff in real fighting and real combat, showing that it is a deadly weapon and could be used in real combat. We even get to see it from kids shows such as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we can talk more about that in a different speech. Before you guys go, I have a couple of questions for you that I would like you to think about as you're going on about your day. Just thinking about if maybe you didn't know that a bow staff originally came from a farming tool, or maybe you have other things which also have crazy humble beginnings. If so, I would love to hear about them, maybe in your speech. And other than that, I hope you guys learned something new today. But before you go, I do have a special treat for you guys, because as I said earlier, I am a martial artist and have been doing karate for over 12 years or so now. So here's a quick demonstration on how to actually use a bow staff. Wuss, 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 wuss. Ah! Have a great day, guys.